Do you need what you're purchasing? Number one. Have you saved your $100 for the month? Number two. If you buy this, will you use this? Was number three. So I put those three questions on the front of my card. And anytime I was going to swipe it, I would actually have to look at it and be like, you know what? Give me a moment. Give me so that I'm the person putting the stuff back. Like, I don't need that. I don't need this. Even if you feel embarrassed about that, like you putting that stuff back, it's okay. Forget them people. They not doing the work that you doing to put in so that you can have the life that you want. Forget them people. You ain't gonna see them once you leave the store anyway. What they gonna say? It was a lady that was in there that decided that she didn't want to buy all this stuff because she trying to buy her house. Sis, get on this bandwagon. Hello. I hope that you are having a great day. I hope that you are having a blessed day. If today is your first day here, and welcome and thank you for joining us. And if you are returning, welcome back. Here, we talk all about how to build a better relationship with your finances by healing your thoughts when it comes to money, your beliefs when it comes to money. A lot of times people don't understand that the way that they think, they feel, the way that they believe, the things that they believe about money, it comes from childhood trauma. There are millions of people that have money trauma, but they don't often know or realize or recognize that they have these traumas. So if you are here today and you feel like, there are some things that I need to heal when it comes to the way that I think, I look, how I look at it, my beliefs around money, but specifically your money, you are in the right place. Please know that you are not alone. Like I said, there are millions of people who have unhealed financial traumas. You are not alone. So I want you to understand, if you feel shame, if you feel fear, anxiety, when it comes to money, today is a day for us to start the process of healing so that you don't feel that way anymore. So we're going to go ahead and just dive in so that we can get started on this conversation. So what is money trauma? So money trauma is defined as emotional pain caused by negative financial experiences, like growing up in poverty, losing a job, or even witnessing and growing up and seeing family members struggle when it comes to their finances. Money trauma, it doesn't even really have to deal with you in the way that you look at and how you handle your money. It could come from other people's mistakes. It could come from how you saw money used, and how you saw what money did and impacted or did not do for you growing up. So just remember that money traumas don't necessarily begin with you. It actually begins with the way that you grew up and the things that you saw growing up. So let's say you grew up and you always heard, we can't afford this. No, you can't have it. You go to the store, don't touch it. Don't look at it because I'm not going to buy it. If these are things that you heard, there is a possibility that now as an adult, when you go to spend money, you're like, I can't do it. You have anxiety. You have, even though you have these hang-ups when it comes to spending money, because growing up you heard that we didn't have it. But on the other side of the spectrum, you could be totally opposite. You could not have any guilt about spending money. You could just be out here just balling until the wheels fall off, even if you don't have it, because you grew up hearing so much, so often, no, when it comes to spending money. So now you have it's an adverse effect on you now, that you spend money like it's no tomorrow, or it grows on trees. So you can have two different impacts and effects depending on how you saw money handled as a child. So you could be a guilty spender, or you could be overspender. Those are things that can happen. According to studies, financial stress is actually one of the leading causes of anxiety, depression, and that shows you just how deep money trauma works, because I didn't say the number 4, number 5, number 1. So that means that most people, when they stress, they're stressing over their finances. So that means that we have to start to make a change with how we look at, how we think about, how we feel, our beliefs in the financial world, because most of us are stressed because of finances. Most of us are stressed because of money. And one thing that is, I know is 100% true, and you should know it's 100% true, is that no matter what money looks like, it doesn't matter if it's digital, it don't matter if we trade in cows, it don't matter if we trade in seashells, we're going to need money. We're going to need that as the barter, as the trade, so we can get the things that we need and the things that we want. So we have to be okay with being okay with healing our money traumas. We have to be okay with handling money. We have to be okay with these things. So that means that we need to start the process of healing, because if we don't heal, we're never going to be okay, even though money is never going anywhere. Money is never going anywhere. You're always going to have to pay rent or a mortgage. You're always going to have to pay for food. You're always going to have to pay for clothing or shoes. You're always going to need money, no matter what the currency looks like. You're going to need it. So having a healthy relationship is very, very, very important. How does money trauma affect your decisions? Money traumas can affect your decision making. Number one, you have a fear of spending or saving excessively. So some people hoard money out of fear of not having that money, while other people overspend to cope with emotional stress. So that's kind of what we were just talking about just a minute ago, is different, the way that you saw money handled, the things that you heard growing up. It could put you in 1 to 2 categories. So that's basically what this is you have a fear of spending, or you don't have a fear of spending, so you spend everything. These are things that we have to know about ourselves. We have to learn these things about ourselves. We have to be able to identify what are our triggers. We have to be able to identify, why do we do certain things? Why do we spend the money the way that we do? And a lot of times we don't want to go back and really look at it, but you have to. What did that 11-year-old you see when it came to money and how you saw your parents spend money? What did that 16-year-old see when you got a first job, or whatever it may be? What did you feel when you first became a parent, or when you graduated from high school? Like, how did you look at money? And how you looked at it then, is it still how you look at it now? And if not, it's how you looked at it then impacting how you look at it now. So you have to be able to open up and see, why do I do this? Why am I doing this? The second thing is avoidance. So do you have, now I'm not going to say I've never done it, because I am guilty of this, but do you open your bills? Do you look at your checking account? If you don't, if you're avoiding it, then that is a sign of money trauma. And that's impacting and influencing you. So that is a sign of having some type of money trauma, if you don't even want to look at it. Today I was at a networking event, and I kind of said this, and we were having this conversation about, when you scroll on your bank account, you're just scrolling by the charges. You're not even paying attention to what is coming out, what's going in, what's going on with your money. You're just scrolling on by. So at the end of the month, when you only got 13 cents left in the account, you're trying to figure out why. It's because you're not looking at your money. You're not making sure that you're managing your money in a healthy and a positive way. So that means that you have to start to make these changes. You have to stop avoiding your finances, because it's not going anywhere. That's the biggest thing that I need people to understand, is money is not going anywhere. So stop avoiding it, because once you stop avoiding these things, once you stop avoiding your unhealthy habits, things will get better. I promise you. That is one promise that I will make. That is a guarantee, 100% refund. If not, when you start to really look at your money and you start to become accountable for what's happening in your bank accounts, you'll have more money. You will have more money. That is a promise. You will have more money if you start to look at and manage your money better, because then you will in turn start to tell your money where it needs to go and what it needs to do, and it doesn't tell you what you need to do and where you can and where you can't go. No, I earn this money. I should be able to tell you what to do, not the other way around. And then number 3 is struggling with financial goals. So you have past experiences that have happened in your past that now make it hard for you to trust yourself when making big decisions like investing or saving in the future. I just I was just talking to somebody on the phone, and she said that the reason why she is in a she's kind of having a hardship is because she was in a relationship that ended last year, and this person who she was in a relationship with basically took advantage of her financially. Had her take out a couple of credit cards. That pillow talk got her taking out a couple credit cards. She was like, I'm only going to use these credit cards for emergency purposes, and ended up using these credit cards for different things. And then the person and her broke up, and because the credit cards was in her name, they left her and they left her with the bill. So that is something that then in turn, she's now looking at me like, I did made mistakes with my money over the last 3 years. So now I'm in a spot where, I don't feel comfortable with how I handle my money. The thing that I'm going to tell you, just like I told her, you cannot hold yourself hostage over your past financial decisions. All you can do is learn from them, move forward, and make better decisions going forward. So that is something that I need to tell you. It don't matter what you've done. It don't matter if you didn't had to cut a repo. It don't matter if you didn't file bankruptcy. It don't matter if you had a foreclosure. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it does not matter when you are trying to heal your relationship with money, because you need to see what the mistakes were that you made, and then going forward, do everything in your power not to make those mistakes again. Once you do that, once you're there, guess what? Everything else comes easily. Everything else comes easily when you learn how to forgive yourself. And that sometimes is one of the hardest things, is being able to forgive you. But guess what? You got to do it. And then I want to just tell you a couple of steps that you can take to start to heal those money traumas, because knowing what they are, understanding what your triggers are, understanding where your money habits, your unhealthy money habits come from, those are all very important. But what are those steps that you need to start to take so that you can now heal these traumas, so that you can have the life that you want? You want home ownership. You want to be able to go on vacation when you want. You want to be able to put your children through school. You want to be able to do it in your car, something happened with your car. You don't want to have to be like, well, let me move the money from over here to move the money over there. So no, you want to be able to be like, pay it, because as soon as you get extra money, there's going to be something wrong with your car, but you don't want to be stressed over that. So some steps that you can take so that you can start to heal your money traumas is, number one, I'm going to give you 4. Number one, first one, acknowledge your past experiences. How we just said, start reflecting on your earliest memories of money. So go out, get yourself a journal. Start to uncover those hidden habits, those hidden patterns that you have when it comes to money. And then where do those come from? So one thing that you can start with is, this is your first entry. This is something that you can do today. My first memory of money is, finish that sentence. You can do that down in below. So in the comments below, just finish that sentence for me. My first memory of money is. If you like what you are hearing so far, please make sure you like this video, you subscribe to our channel, and then you share this video so other people can get this information, so that we can start the process of healing those financial traumas that we have, so that we can be a better community, a better people, so that we can move forward and live the life that we want, have all of the things that we dream of, so that we can have and leave a legacy that we are proud to have. All right? Now we're back to it. Number 2, you want to reframe your money beliefs. All right. So challenge the old things that you used to say. When you start to hear yourself saying negative things like, oh, I'm broke, or dang, I'll never have enough money to be able to do this, replace them things with positive affirmations, such as, I want financial abundance, or I may not have my house today, but I'm grateful for that I do have somewhere that I can live. Or I may not have the best of everything, but I am grateful that I have the things that I do. You want to start to replace those negative things. So I challenge you, when you start to think, when your mind starts to wander, when you start to think like negatively about your money, I want you to just switch it. Just switch it. Just be like, nah, nope. I'm not broke. I'm not broke because I have everything that I need. I have food, I have clothes, I have shelter. Even if you don't own a car, you get to get where you need to get to. You need to change that, because you may not have excess funds, but what did the funds that you do have, with the funds that you do have, what were you able to provide for yourself, for your loved ones, for your family, for your community? What were you able to do with those funds? So you have to start to pivot and start to change the way that you think about money, those belief systems when it comes to money. And the first thing is to put positive affirmations into your daily life. If that's something that you are interested in, if you go over to realurban.com, we actually have something that's free that has positive money affirmations, things that we've done in classes with other students, with other people, to give them that positive and that healthy and that loving and that light to shine through when it comes to how they think about money, and it's in that forms of affirmation. So check it out on realurban.com. I'll also put a link for the freebie in this video description below. Number 3, practice mindfulness with money. So try mindful spending. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, does this purchase align with my values and goals? So I'm gonna give you an example. When I had first started the process of really healing and getting myself together, on the front of my debit card, the card that I use all the time, I printed out really small that it could go on the front. You know how like it's the activate thing? It was about that size, and it went on the front of my card. And anytime I swipe, I ask myself a couple of questions on the front. Do you need what you're purchasing? Number 1. Have you saved your $100 for the month? Number 2. If you buy this, will you use this? Was number 3. So I put those 3 questions on the front of my card. And anytime I was going to swipe it, I would actually have to look at it and be like, you know what? Give me a moment. Give me so that I'm the person putting the stuff back. Like, I don't need that. I don't need this. But even if you feel embarrassed about that, like you putting that stuff back, it's okay. Forget them people. They not doing the work that you doing to put in so that you can have the life that you want. Forget them people. You ain't gonna see them once you leave the store anyway. What they gonna say? It was a lady that was in there that decided that she didn't want to buy all this stuff because she trying to buy her house. Sis, get on this bandwagon. So you might want to start to practice that mindfulness when you're making purchases. Start to really think, when you're about to swipe that card, are these items things that I need? If you're going shopping, you're going food shopping, stick to the list. You make a list, you stick to it. Something about the grocery store, your necessities are on the outside. So you come in, the side, the back, and the outside. Most of your necessities and things that you need are right there in that area. All the stuff in the middle, those are just items that are fun. Now, yeah, you may have your noodles and your pasta sauces and your stuff like that, your rice out there. But if you make a list, check it twice, because your bank account will find out if you naughty or nice. No, but you want to make sure that if you have a list, if you're going shopping, you stick to that list. You go to Walmart, don't be out here spending. You got 3 things that you need. Now you come home with 5 bags and stuff. Like, make sure that you're mindful when you're when you're shopping. And then the 4th thing is make sure that you seek education and support. So there are tons of websites, there are tons of books, there are tons of things that you can do that you can educate yourself more on finances. If you don't know, I am a financial mindset consultant. So what I can do is I can help you with healing all of these things that you're bringing up, all of these things that we're talking about today. I can help you with healing those things. I can help you with and give you the tools and the resources to rebuild your relationship with money. But I can't force you to do that. You have to be willing. You have to come to me, because I can come to you, I can give you this information, but if you're not ready, then there's nothing that I can do until you are ready. Okay? So you want to make sure that you are working with someone who you feel comfortable with, someone who you like, who you trust. Even if it's not me, that's fine. I'm not going to be mad at you if you don't come to me, but I want you to start the process of healing, because this is important to me. It doesn't matter if you don't come to me. What's important to me is that you start to heal these financial and these money habits, these unhealthy money habits that you have, so that you can live the life that you want. You can prosper. You can have everything that you desire, but you have to be willing to put in that work. You have to understand that no, you're not perfect when it comes to how you handle your money, but you can start the process of healing how you think, how you feel, and the beliefs that you have around money. So, with all of that said, like, we went over a lot, we discussed a lot, we talked about a lot, I gave you a lot of information. I never want to overwhelm you, but I want to make sure that you know that there are tools, there are resources, there are people out here that will help you get to where you want to be financially, but you have to be willing to put in the work. We've talked about money trauma. We've talked about what money trauma is. I gave you some practical ways to heal and start to heal, the steps that you can start to take. Remember one thing now. This is not something that is going to be fast. It didn't take you overnight to get here. It will not take you overnight to get out of it. So remember that the healing is going to take time, but every small step that you take brings you closer to financial peace. And that's what it's all about. You want that financial peace. You want to be able to leave a legacy. You want to be able to spend money how you want to spend money and not have to worry about, is your bank account going to be negative? Can I pay this month and not pay it this month? Like, you want to have that financial peace. So start to take those small steps, because once you see those small steps, they start to add up slowly but surely. Those small steps will start to add up, and small steps will get you a long way. A long way. All right. If this video again resonated with you, remember to like this video, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you content and information. I'm creating stuff that is good for you, that helps you, that is beneficial to you. And if you did find this beneficial and you know someone else who could use this, who can use this information, who can use this topic, please share it with them, because we all need help somewhere. Like, we all need help in one way or another. There's nothing wrong with saying that I need help. It is something wrong if you know that you need help and you have the help available and you don't utilize that help. That's the only thing that I say. I'm here to help you. I'll answer your questions. I'll do whatever I can do, but you have to be willing to try. You have to be putting in that effort, because it is up to you to make this change for you. But then also make sure you subscribe, because I'm doing these videos. I'm about to start knocking them out. I have other conversations, other topics that I want to discuss with you, because I really want us to go into this new year and really really be working on things that matter. Yeah, going to the gym, losing weight, being healthy, that is all fine. But if you can't afford the membership to go to the gym, or you can't afford the healthier food habits, then that's going to put you in a whole nother state of being depressed, anxious, you have anxiety, you don't feel good about yourself, like you don't want that. So the first step is, sometimes you have to heal that relationship that you have with your money, and I am here to help. So we're going to have more conversations, we're going to have more talks. I just set myself some goals for 2025 to make sure that I'm here, because I want you to be able to say, I can count on Ashley to be able to give me some information, some knowledge that I know will help me, but not just me, my family. All right. I want to hear how you feel. So let me know in the comments, what is one step you'll take to heal your money trauma? What is one step that you are going to start to take today that is going to help you with healing your money trauma? We have to start these conversations. We have to stop avoiding them, because we think that the conversations on money is so taboo, but money isn't going anywhere. Money will never go anywhere. We'll always need it to get the things that we need and want out of life. So we have to start to build these healthier relationships. So let's start talking about it, y'all, okay? All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you have and are having a blessed day. I hope that it is prosperous. And I hope that you understand that you are worth everything that you want. You just have to work for it. All right. I'll talk to you later and have a good one.